Welcome to the 1994 Wadsworth Blue Tip Parade. I'm Lucy Sondels, along with Joanne Kane, doing the commentary for the parade. Welcome to everyone here in Wadsworth.
It's a beautiful night, Lucy.
The humidity seems to have disappeared.
I think every year we marvel at the fact that the weather is good for the parade, and this is no exception. There's Wadsworth Fire Department.
What an amazing piece of machinery this is.
There's the Granger Fire Department.
Looks like a little fireman up top, fire officer up top.
Yes, this is nice too. We're sitting in a good spot here where we're in the blackout zone, which is nice.
That's right. The EMS waving to everyone. This is how you want to see them, waving to you.
Here's some young folks having a nice time on the old fire engine.
The excitement mounts. As the parade begins, we see the VFW Post 1089 Color Guard, an award-winning color guard led by Clarence Rook of Wadsworth.
Okay, following the color guard is our own Wadsworth High School band. The band is under the direction of Sam Mays, and this year the band has had another award-winning season. They're always a highlight of the Blue Tip Parade.
In the first float, we have the Grand Marshal of the parade, Walt Winshew, who was sponsored by Old Phoenix Bank, Chippewa Valley Bank, and Campbell Construction. Formerly a Wadsworth City Councilman, Walt is this year's Grand Marshal, and he's sitting there with his wife, Katie. They're lifelong residents of Wadsworth. And more of the equipment that keeps Wadsworth safe and healthy. We're very fortunate to have such wonderful backup service for those in need.
We also have some emergency equipment from our neighboring communities with us tonight. CT Ambulance, Rittman Fire Department. I always like to see that yellow fire engine.
Well, we're going to go to John right now. He's got some folks lined up to talk to.
Hi, thanks, Lucy. Boy, we've got some enthused watchers of the Blue Tip Parade today. And what's your name?
Joshua.
And what's this bag for?
Candy.
Candy. And looks like his is a little bit bigger. Do you think he's going to get more than you?
Yeah.
I think so. What do you think? You're going to get more candy than him?
Yeah.
What's your name? What do you like best about the Blue Tip Parade?
They throw candy out.
They throw candy? You mean out of all these floats and all the sirens and whistles and everything, and you like the candy best? Who do you think's going to get more candy today?
Me.
What's your name?
Jason.
What do you like best about the parade?
Throwing out candy.
Throwing out candy? And you like to be on the other end, huh? Good, good. Let's get a few of these girls in here once. Hi, what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica, what do you like best about the Blue Tip Parade?
Candy.
Candy? It looks like you got 2 bags there. You're going to kind of double dip today?
No.
You getting some candy for someone else maybe?
Yeah.
Let's bring you up here. What's your name? What's your name?
Amber.
Amber? Good. Well, it looks like we got a lot of people out here. Besides all the sirens and the lights and everybody else, looks like candy's the thing of the day. Back to you.
Thanks, John. We'll come back to you for another candy update. Cute kids. I love the balloons, Joanne.
Oh, yeah.
Really give it a festive atmosphere as we look down the line here. There's a fire truck I haven't seen in quite a few years. Great for parades, though.
Yes, it certainly is.
During the candy interview, we saw a number of emergency vehicles and fire trucks, all proud to represent their community and their organization. We're broadcasting from the library, and this is coming to you live. Of course, the judges are at the square, and that is what the holdup seems to be. Each of the floats stops in front of the judging, and we get to get lots of pictures of what's right in front of us.
I think right now they're stopped because the Grand Marshal is lighting the match on the square. And that's holding up the other units. Once Mr. Winshoe has the match lighted, the parade will get going again. And of course, the match stays lit for the duration of the festival.
That's right.
While we were having the candy interview, as you said, we saw quite a few other units go by, and we had the LST from Medina General Hospital, had Norton Fire Department.
Well, as Walt is lighting the Blue Tip match, let's talk a little bit about his credentials here. He was honored at a Chamber of Commerce banquet and presented with the key to the city. He served on the school board, the Shade Tree Commission, and is very active in the Rotary. Walt was chosen Grand Marshal for this year because of his service and dedication to our wonderful city. We wish him the best, to him and his wife, Katie.
I guess we might mention too that where we're stationed here in front of the library, there certainly are a lot of folks watching the parade. A lot of people set up their chairs early, staked out their
That's right.
spot.
At 9 o'clock this morning, I saw chairs lining Broad Street.
And there are a lot of folks over across the street, too. I think some people were very smart in their choice of position, because a lot of those folks are pretty much in the shade now.
This vehicle is from Chippewa Township, Doylestown. Oh, Chippewa Township and Doylestown Fire Department. And the much larger vehicle behind it is Chippewa Township Fire Department. I can't imagine having to wax a vehicle of that size, but they're always gleaming and shiny.
They are. Good-looking equipment. Okay, it looks like the front units are starting to move again.
WCTV has worked hard to put this production together. The studio manager is John Madding. There's a few little ones relaxing over here. The Uniontown Fire Department also has a yellow truck.
And we will note that it is being driven by a woman.
All right. This is the Bath Fire Department's unit.
Okay, and in this car here we have our mayor, John Hanna, and his wife, Josie. Besides being mayor, John owns Hanna Insurance, State Farm, located on the square. And Josie is known as the Queen of Donuts for the delicious delicacies she serves as the proprietor of Ann's Bakery. John has been involved in city government for over 17 years.
This is the 1993 Miss Wadsworth, Allison Alexander. And this is our 1994 Miss Wadsworth, Kristen Ferguson, who was sponsored by Main Attraction Hair Salon. She's a 1994 graduate of Wadsworth High School.
Okay, and Miss Wadsworth is followed up by the first runner-up, Mira Vukalik. She's sponsored by Michael Boyer, Dr. Boyer.
Next is Abby Parsons, who was voted Miss Congeniality with that winning smile.
And her sponsor is Pine Valley Golf Club.
Tangi Marie Parsons is the young lady in the white car here. She was voted Miss Photogenic and was sponsored by East of Chicago Pizza Company.
Okay, in this next car we have Amy Reardon. She's sponsored by Sussman and Associates, and she was the second runner-up.
Yeah.
Nicole Reeder, sponsored by PCM.
Margaret Regan, sponsored by the Trading Post. And Jessica Kuczynski, Whitlam Paint and Decorating Center was her sponsor. She was also in Guys and Dolls. Wonderful production from the high school.
There's Michelle Dawn Wilson. She's sponsored by Samsel Construction and Management Consultants.
You gotta wave, Britt.
And Stephanie Sonestein, Hanson's Deli was her sponsor.
And here comes Lolly with some of the residents of Magnolia Care and Rehabilitation Center.
This is Magnolia's 5th year in the parade. The residents from Magnolia range in age from 75 to 102. This proves the old saying, you're as young as you feel. This red car has one of Wadsworth's famous people, the Citizen of the Year, Annette Palasek. This is a 1959 Cadillac convertible. She, Annette, is president of council and was selected by the Wadsworth Chamber of Commerce as Citizen of the Year for her unwavering dedication.
Here's our business person of the year, Tony Solero. Tony and his wife Sandy are co-owners of Low Mid here in Wadsworth. Sandy is on the Wadsworth School Board, and Tony is the chairman of the drive to refurbish O.J. Work Auditorium. They've already raised $100,000 towards that project.
We're seeing the Democratic council members pass by, and here are the Republicans.
Give that to the little girl. Give that to her.
This music is unmistakably from the Wadsworth Swinging Stars. And soon you'll see why I said that. There they are. This award-winning float is a perennial crowd pleaser. Just watch them, do-si-do and a la man left. It's beginning to make me tired.
Oh, don't they look like they're having fun? I think it looks great.
In the next car, we have Dean Holman. Dean Holman is our county prosecutor and also a Wadsworth resident.
And also representing Congressman Sherrod Brown is his Medina County coordinator,
Colin Cranston, right. We have some antique autos. Edward Bird. It's 2 cars. The first one was a 1931 Ford 2-door sedan, and the second is a 1931 Chevy 4-door sedan.
And here come the folks from the Wadsworth Healthcare Center.
Little entertainment first, however.
Yeah. They've been serving the community for over 20 years, and their staff of 100 dedicated and caring individuals provide attention to each resident. The healthcare center is being represented in the parade this year, with many of their residents riding in the parade to show their support for Wadsworth. Here we can see some of them in this limo right here.
This is the Trinity United Church of Christ Wins. Trinity has a wonderful music group. This is an instrumental ensemble and part of the music ministry offered at Trinity United Church of Christ. the float entitled Love Grows Here. Here we have the junior parade section, as you may have guessed. Kids 3rd through the 7th grade who have decorated their bikes to ride in the parades. Rotary members Terry Whitlam, Toby O'Neill, and Eric Elsas presented the participants with ribbons and are walking with them the entire length of the parade.
Well, they all look like they're having a good time. Their bikes look real nice. Now, these are the special steppers. This is the only marching group in the country for physically and mentally challenged individuals. And their group includes a color guard, baton twirlers, and instrumentalists. And they hope to appear in more parades throughout the country.
Back up. Brooke. Brooke.
The young children who are around our table here are fun to watch. They love a parade.
And they're just waiting for that candy
That's
to
right.
fall.
You can take them through the shopping market and get one bag. Or back up a little bit. Back up just a little bit. Remember Daddy said stay right around there.
Even though it's not as hot as it has been this past week, the sun reflects off the asphalt here. I'm sure it's very hot for these marchers. I'm always glad I have a seat here with WCTV.
Yes, we're in the shade of the cam van here.
That's right. The camera people aren't as lucky as we are. We have Ken Hall on the mobile camera and Charles Bailey, who is standing atop of the cam van getting these great overhead shots. Special round of applause for the special steppers. The Learning Ladder Preschool is located.
That's not who this is.
Oh, whoops. Campbell's Construction. We have a
These are the
script,
Mets.
and we read the script before we look up and see who's coming down.
These are the
Yes, these are the Mets, the ponytail.
Mets. Here are the Wadsworth Fireballs, 1994 state champions.
Soccer team. It's a great year for soccer with the World Cup
Really?
being broadcast here for the United States.
You there? That's what happens when you get sit by the camera. They notice you.
And here's more soccer players. They may be in the World Cup someday.
Here's one of my favorites from the auto parts, the little mini car.
Chippewa Valley Bank.
That's a great old car. It's a Cadillac, obviously. We aren't sure what year.
Here's a familiar sight among Wadsworth neighborhoods this summer, the Bookmobile, driven by Nancy Brewster. Pizzazio's Pizza, home of those famous foldovers. With many locations.
Including Wadsworth.
That's right.
Okay, this is Cub Scout Pack 3401. They've been in existence for 45 years, and they're sponsored by the Grace Lutheran Church. They have a full program for the boys all year long. Anyone who's interested in joining can contact Joan Shepler or Kurt Shepler.
There's vehicle representing Sky Park. Look at that old aviator's hat. Must be from the 20s, would you say? 30s?
I guess.
This is a 1952 Power Wagon biplane on the back there.
The Flying Club teaches people how to fly and also gives airplane rides to people who like other people to do the flying.
I know, go up there. Not too far, bro.
This looks to me like the Imperial Cadets Baton Corps. Their featured twirler was Jessica Ann Smith, and she's only 12. They're celebrating their 20th year as a nonprofit organization and are co-sponsored by Worcester Parks and Recreation. They have 42 twirlers and many parent volunteers. And their own sound system.
Here come the Wadsworth cheerleaders. Their advisor is Debbie Lake, and they've decorated this float to show their school spirit. The head cheerleader is Abby Parsons. She's not in the float because she's Miss Congeniality in the Miss Wadsworth competition.
There's the Wadsworth Ladies Auxiliary VFW, post 1089, decorated in red, white, and blue, to represent those poppies that they sell, I guess.
Here we have more fire equipment. City of Akron.
That's right. The American flag flying.
This is interesting. City of or Worcester Township Fire Department, and this is their underwater search and rescue unit. And there is their boat and equipment they use for that purpose.
Medina Township's Fire Department vehicle right here. We're fortunate to have all these people waving at us because we're surrounded by children, and they're really waving at the kids here.
Well, here's the Liverpool Fire Department.
On the side of the truck it says, see if we can get that, oh.
If you're close,
Stop,
catch
drop,
fire.
roll.
Yep. I think they're teaching children that a lot now. Here's Sharon Township Rescue Squad. Upcoming, we have the car representing Attorney General Lee Fisher. Mr. Fisher was elected to the office of Attorney General in 1990. As Ohio's 44th Attorney General, he has focused his efforts on protecting Ohio families from fraud, crime, and abuse.
Here's the Grandmothers Club. The driver is Dr. McAnlis.
The Grandmothers Club were the parade grand marshals in 1990.
This float represents the American ex-prisoners of war, the Worcester chapter, carrying ex-POWs, their wives, the widows, and families. No mistaking this. The Ohio Army National Guard, headed by Randy Stillings.
Wow, here comes the Benjamin Moore float. This is sponsored by Paint and Paper Incorporated, located in the Great Oaks Plaza. They feature Benjamin Moore paints, wallpaper, and mini blinds. The owner is David Marshall.
Here's an interesting character that everybody here can recognize.
Oh, yeah.
Ronald McDonald. We don't even need a script for this guy. Of course, sponsored by McDonald's of Wadsworth. Ronald says, "Have a great day."
Here's Wadsworth Child Study.
Ronald says, "It's great to be back in Wadsworth." You bet. Wadsworth Child Study, we just missed. The West Side Gymnastics car carrying UAA Junior Olympic qualifiers, Heather Moeller and Lauren Wheatley.
And here are the Wadsworth Grizzlies Wrestling Club.
I think this is the future of the wrestling club.
Here are the Generals 4-H Club, followed up by the Salvation Army Canteen.
Led by Captain Robert Smith. This canteen serves meals to people in need, and it's staffed, of course, by Salvation Army volunteers.
She better watch it. Come home and stay there.
Tim Crawford, Summit County Councilman, was in the red truck. There he is. Or representing him. Nope, there he's walking.
Coming up now behind Tim Crawford is a great car, a 64 Ford Galaxy convertible, driven by Don Hawkins.
Ricky, stay back.
This convertible was restored about 6 years ago.
A lot of love went into that car, you can tell.
I should say, it's beautiful.
This is aptly named the Heat Wave Baton Corps. This is their first year together and their first appearance in the Blue Tip Parade. Their featured twirler is 15-year-old Melissa Jamison. They're led by Heather Jones. Actually, I wonder if they knew that those are Wadsworth colors, red and black.
The Heat Wave Baton Corps is from Wellington, Ohio. So they came quite a ways.
Look at that little twirler. Here we have the Wadsworth FOE. The float chairman,
Wadsworth Eagles.
Arlise Helton of Norton.
Oh, here's everybody's favorite, Rosie and Rascal. They're from Ryder Dairy. They travel throughout Ohio and attend over 100 parades and fairs and grand openings each year. Ryder Dairy salutes Wadsworth's Blue Tip Parade for their community spirit and is privileged to be asked to be a part of the parade. There's our Wadsworth Commissioner, Ralph Berry, and Sterling Sechrist.
Is seated right next to him. There's
You can't go in front of them.
There are some folks from the Kaleidoscope Playground.
This is a community project that hopefully will be built in spring of next year. They're in the process of making the public aware of this playground project, and they're having many fundraisers, and we hope the people here in Wadsworth will support them. Wonderful float.
And the float is being pulled by the truck from Bob's Nursery and Greenhouse. I think there's a lot of community support for this project. Everybody's excited about it.
Well, especially since everyone in the community can use it.
Rookie, stay on your side.
Looks like they can hardly wait to jump on those swings once they're built. They have bags too. I don't know if they're throwing candy or gathering.
Catching it.
This black van represents WKDD radio. I don't know if you're too familiar with that, Joanne. This is a rock station. My son listens to it. And the WKDD mascot. Well.
Oh, and folks, here comes Pete Rademacher on his Radacycle. Oh, what a fun vehicle. It's a one-wheeled motorcycle, and it really does look like he's having a lot of fun on it. Rademacher in German means wheel maker, so that's quite appropriate. He has his wheel and will travel.
This represents the Wadsworth High School Drama Club. They'll be showing James and the Giant Peach. This will be held in O.J. Work Auditorium following the parade. Of course, they're very interested in raising funds for the O.J. Work renovation. We need to support these wonderful, dedicated youngsters. Funky Farmers 4-H Club. This club has 24 members from 3 different school districts. Denny's Golf Range, where a lot of men and women spend their Saturdays and Sundays honing their golfing skills. Located on Greenwich Road.
It's going to be the site of the Rotary $1 Million Hole-in-One Tournament this August.
We'll have to hear more about this later.
Yes, we'll be hearing about it soon, I think. Here's Realty One. They're located on Great Oaks Trail. Bob Titus is the chairman of this float. And this year, as in the past, they have sponsored the special seating for senior citizens in the gazebo area on the square so that they can see the parade.
Oh, how nice.
They can be seated and view the parade in comfort.
They're loaded with candy. They are thrilling everybody around us, including some of the WCTV staff.
Children and little children, too.
The staff works hard. I suppose they deserve some, huh?
Okay, here come the Jazzercise folks. Wow, this is the world's largest fitness program. What sets them apart is their choreography by Judy Shepard-Missett. You won't just exercise when you do Jazzercise. It's there's dancing involved too, and it looks like they're having a lot of fun. They have 10 classes a week in Wadsworth, so there's plenty of opportunity for people to participate.
And they are not picking any candy up. I know that for a fact.
And they're not throwing any.
No. Makes me feel guilty sitting here.
They're busy.
They'll probably each lose 10 pounds at the end of this trip. Boogieing down Main Street. And here we have Grace Drake, our state senator. Grace is remarkable. She makes it to every parade I've ever seen. She's the chairman of the Human Services, a powerful committee down in Columbus.
Here we have some more emergency vehicles. City of Medina Heavy Rescue.
It's an interesting title. I wonder what that means. As opposed to light rescue, medium rescue, and heavy rescue.
You've got me, but it's an impressive looking vehicle.
Sharon Township's vehicle.
Here's another fire truck from Sharon Township with some lucky folks getting to ride on the top.
They have an interesting view of the parade, don't they?
They certainly
A
do.
bird's eye view.
Here's a truck from Seville, Guilford Township Fire Department. It's a tanker.
And some youngsters waving to us from the top of that vehicle also.
We have the Seville Guilford Emergency Medical Service. And they're followed up by the Rittman EMS. here come some folks well known in Wadsworth, Bob and Loa Gerberick, on their motorcycle. Bob and Loa go all over the United States, and they've had some wonderful travels on their motorcycle.
Muscle Company gym float. How did I know that was this float right here? There's some gym equipment, people flexing, and this is what you can look like by exercising.
And here is our state representative, William Batchelder.
There he is, tossing some candy for us.
Here we have the City of Wadsworth Electric Department truck, reminding us that Public Power Week is October 2nd through 8th of this year. And I would add that we are very fortunate that we have our own electric company right here within the city. Because
Absolutely.
we have wonderful rates in comparison to many other cities that surround us. So
That's right.
We're very fortunate.
Up to 30% less by living here in Wadsworth. A team of Belgian horses, King and Dan, are pulling the Solid Oak Surrey from Carroll's Habitat of Clinton, Ohio. Rabbit Habit, I'm sorry, of Clinton, Ohio.
That unit's available for hire for formal or informal affairs. Here's Medina County Auditor Mike Kovac.
Lives in Wadsworth. Kovac is a familiar name to us here in Wadsworth. He was a councilman before becoming auditor, and he's running again. Here's a black 1957 Ford Skyline with
That's a beauty.
retractable convertible top. What is it?
He's going to interview the cam van.
Ah, I see WCTV here. This is our cam cart.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Cam Cart, the WCTV Cam Cart, and its big brother, the Cam Van. And I'm right here with Pat Welsh and Denny Welsh manning the camera back there. How's the parade been so far?
Been fantastic.
What's the best part you like about the Blue Tip Parade?
The horses.
I just earlier, I interviewed about 10 kids, and they all said candy. And by the looks of things, they're all surrounding us. I think that's probably why. How you doing? Good. Good. We're getting swamped here with all kinds of kids for candy, so let's go right back to you then.
Thanks, John. That was John Manning, the director of the studio, and driving the truck is Joanna Perino, who is the facilitator trainer. He certainly drew a crowd of admirers as our little cam cart rolls down the road.
You can see this parade tomorrow also at 8 p.m.
Notice the camera, they're taking an opposite view of the parade. We'll be seeing that too. This is the Holiday Festival Queen float. Beautiful young ladies.
They're from Dalton, Ohio, and their holiday festival is December 3rd and 4th.
They're lucky they get to celebrate almost all year long.
Queen is Carrie Miller, and the attendants are Julie White and Melanie Cox. The Snow Princess is Rachel Niehaus.
The Disabled American Veterans Color Guard is marching. Willie Markham and James Anderson head up the Disabled American Veterans Color Guard. This is based in Medina. Many familiar faces to those of us here in Wadsworth. We're not sure who this lovely young lady is, but she's enjoying herself at this parade too. I think we in the United States have taken an extra look at our wonderful war veterans since this is the 40th anniversary of D-Day.
50th.
50th? 50th anniversary of D-Day. I shouldn't ad lib, I should just read from the script.
Here comes a fun vehicle. This is Bueller's 1932 Model B four-cylinder Ford half-ton pickup truck. And this was restored in 1963 by Don Bueller. That is a fun vehicle. Here's the float from Kovac Realtors. This is a charming children's train, and it's going down the parade route. The children riding in the train are having a grand time throwing candy and waving to their friends and family.
The Harmonica Star Review are the people we're seeing right now, as you may have guessed. Look at the size of that harmonica.
This is the American Legion, I believe. Well, here comes a real lounging chair. Now that is great.
That's the way to enjoy the parade.
Yes, it certainly is. Oh, that is wonderful. I've never seen a chair that big.
I've never seen a monkey that white sitting in a chair that big.
Here's the judge of our municipal court, James Kimbler. He's nationally recognized for his strong stance against drunk driving.
These people are from the Medina County YMCA Indian Princesses and Guides. This program is for children ages 5 to 9 and their dads. Some other activities are camping, swimming, skating, some sporting events, and a boat regatta. It's a great way to spend time with your child. I like the fact that dads are involved.
Here are the Baton Beauties. And this is a great car. I'm sorry to say, I don't know what the age of it is. Here's Nature's Delight, and they're in the Drug Mart Plaza in Wadsworth. They carry many products that are good for your health.
This is one of our county commissioners, Pat Geisman.
And Smythe Kramer is sponsoring Child ID Day. That's going to be Saturday, June 25th at Memorial Park Pavilion from 9 to 1 p.m. Children will be fingerprinted for your permanent records.
It's a great program.
It is. I hope lots of people will take advantage of it.
Some hard-working realtors. And more Smythe Kramer.
Their project, their Child ID project, is done in conjunction with the Fraternal Order of Police. So they have good cooperation from law enforcement.
That's right. Working together to keep children safe. Here we have the Shriners. Ray Hartzell is the parade marshal. They have approximately 100 people. Consisting of the Legion of Honor, which are the military.
This is always a favorite part of the parade for lots of people because it's very entertaining.
Their Shriners hats are those fezzes? Since I've butchered a few things here today, I want to get that right.
It's the Tadmor Oriental band. They aren't playing, but they're waving.
That's right.
And
Because
here's the Drum and Bugle Corps coming right up behind them.
we can hear them. There they are.
They sound great.
Beats marching, doesn't it?
I should say. Now here is a gorgeous, gorgeous flag that we're seeing. This is
Being
this
carried
is
by
really
the
wonderful.
right, the Alliance Flag Unit.
I would say that is a new addition to the parade. I don't believe we've seen that before. It's very impressive. The Shriners, as you can see by this sign, support 22 hospitals, and they do support burn hospitals and do a lot of work with children.
There we have the motorcycle's always a favorite, and the little sidecar there.
People always enjoy seeing these motorcycle maneuvers. I often wonder why these gentlemen aren't quite dizzy by the end of the parade.
You're right. They really have a narrow area to maneuver in.
Yes, here the folks are seated almost out into the street. These are the temple guards. And here's the calliope.
I think there's a message in this. Here we have the careful transport ambulance.
I believe this represents Barberton Speedway.
They opened in 1948 and have four big division racing every Saturday night at 7.
Here's Greg White, Cuyahoga County prosecutor. Greg White is running for Congress in the 13th district. That's our district.
This is the first float that the Wadsworth Moose has entered into the Blue Tip Parade since 1979. The Moose is a family club welcoming all age groups to their fraternity. This is their new Moose logo for the family fraternity. Very impressive. This looks like the horse unit from Old Phoenix Bank. This is an authentic horse-drawn carriage and the symbol of Old Phoenix. Always a crowd pleaser. Old Phoenix Bank also sponsors the Grand Marshal float.
This is another unit that's in the parade every year that I think people really look forward to. It's something that's really fun to see. Here we have a car. Wadsworth's own Jerry Lichty rides in this antique automobile. Jerry owns Gordon Air Travel in North Canton for a great vacation called Jerry. There is our County Commissioner, Ferris Brown. He is
and the Tour de Force dance troupe. This dance ensemble entertained those of us here downtown. Prior to the parade, they were dancing in the square. And not only have they performed in Wadsworth, but also all over the world.
There's the Rafters Carpet and Upholstery Caravan. They use dry foam in their cleaning process. Okay, here we have the Medina County Detachment Marine Corps Iwo Jima Color Guard. This float is the recreation of the Marines' historic flag raising on the tiny island of Iwo Jima during World War II.
Admiral Nimitz was heard to say, "Uncommon valor was a common virtue."
Here we have Rick Marco. Attorney Rick Marco is the candidate for the new domestic relations judge position in Medina County. He and his wife Cynthia and their 3 children are in the parade with us today.
I think there's more candy in that trunk there.
Yeah. Oh, here's a great calliope from Wadsworth Hardware and Supply. We've had this in the parade for many years. I guess we missed the Medina County District Library van, and following them was the float from Arby's with King Babar. Here is another of our fire engines from Wadsworth, followed up by an EMS vehicle from Wadsworth.
We weren't able to get a picture of Phil Duke because he ran out of the parade to shake hands, but he also was marching. He's a candidate for commissioner here in Medina County.
Here we have the Medina County Sheriff's Mounted Patrol.
And the sheriff right there, waving. And more sheriff's cars with some deputy sheriffs in them. That looks like a deputy sheriff sitting next to the deputy sheriff in the car. We just saw Debbie Gurich. She and her husband, Mike, live in Wadsworth. If you shut it off, this whole broadcast goes off the air.
So we can just have a tape across there, but
We'll make sure it's shut.
yeah, can you just?
I'm sure somebody's minding the store, but I don't know who it might be. All the sheriff's vehicles, not all of them, I'm sure, but many sheriff's vehicles are with us today. And looks like this is a wrap. This is the end of the parade. And here we are. We're not on a float. We're sitting right here waving bye.
Well, it's been a wonderful parade. Now everybody can go down to the park and enjoy
Have some fun,
a
ride some
lovely
rides.
evening.
Eat some candy, eat some food. I want to thank the WCTV staff for a great job again.
Yes, this has been a wonderful parade and a wonderful production.
Thank you all for watching. Well, it seems as if we, along with many of the people along the parade route, were unaware that there was going to be a delay between some of the float participants, or the parade participants, I should say. So there's more to come.
Quite a bit more, evidently. Here we have, we're looking at a post office vehicle. Ed Bayman is Wadsworth's postmaster. He has 2 Uncle Sams and 1 miniature mail truck that talks, and some walking mail carriers in the parade today.
I think I can pick out Uncle Sam there.
Yeah, and this is something mailmen don't usually deliver, is candy. Okay, now we're looking at the float from the Living Bible Museum. Oh, now we're back to the postmaster. This is the float from the Living Bible Museum in Mansfield.
This is the Akron Barbershop Chorus, Wagon, and Farm Tractor under the direction of Harvey Smith.
Yeah, we missed that, mentioning that great restored 56 Buick Special 4-door sedan. It's been restored to original color and specifications by Magic City Car Star Auto Body.
Members of the Akron Barbershop Chorus. And they're not singing, that's right. Someone behind me said they're not singing.
Here's Cox. Oh, they're starting to sing.
We can hear them sing, but we're looking at the ambulance service.
Cox Ambulance Service has been serving the community since 1939. They have 8 ambulances and 2 wheelchair vans to serve the emergency and non-emergency needs. Barberton Home Medical Supplies has been serving the community since 1983. And as you noted before with the sheriff's cars, if there are no emergencies, if they have 8 vehicles, I think almost all 8 of them are here, so.
That future TV star is Brooke Matting, John's daughter. She has a big bag of candy, too. Rainbow Lawn Maintenance of Sharon Center has that beautifully colored truck.
We quickly passing by are the folks from Dance d'Elegance under the direction of Shar Klimko, and they're out of Medina.
I wonder if that clown was getting a quick manicure. That's the clip and tip car. Uh-oh. This is a float representing Wadsworth Tire Service. Garland and Marlene Moses of 133 Ohio Avenue. All generations are represented here.
Oh, here's a great car. It's a Ford Cobra kit car. It is a Ford Shelby Ford replica car. This is hand-built by Chris Gahan, a 30-year resident of Wadsworth. And a real Cobra could do 0 to 100 miles in less than 11 seconds. We don't know what this one can do. They don't mention that. But it's a great looking car. And I bet they had a lot of fun making it, building it.
We just saw a glimpse of Echo's Air, which is a heating and air conditioning company, and the Tin Man there.
And let's see, we're back to the Echo's
Tin Man,
Air. Tin Man. We're catching a glimpse here of the Jeep in which Sarah Pavlowitz is riding. She's running for Medina County Commissioner.
And following her, and if you think you're seeing Bugs Bunny, you really are. He's riding in a Warner cable truck. Imagine Bugs Bunny coming all the way from Hollywood to Wadsworth.
I say. And there he is, Bugs in person. He brought his carrot with him too, I notice.
Maybe he doesn't like candy. There's a glimpse of Lori Murphy, who's the Loyal Oak Cider Festival Queen from Loyal Oak, sponsored by the Norton Lions Club.
And the Cider Festival will be held September 24th and 25th. We missed seeing the car there from All Creatures Veterinary Clinic. Dr. Larry Markey is the vet at that clinic located in Rittman.
These are the Akron Cadettes. These young people have won international prestige through extensive travels and their high-spirited performances.
These are an annual favorite in this parade. Very impressive group.
They're wonderful goodwill ambassadors from Akron, that's for sure. There's the, I don't know if you can hear me yet, the Whitlam Paint Van. The Whitlam Paint baseball team is riding there. They have a new store on Akron Road.
Also, we're looking at a Mustang, year unknown. Great looking automobile. Here is the Acme Stores vehicle.
It's a 1922 Overland Acme delivery truck.
This is Miss Teen United States, Kimberly Vaughn. Here are the folks from Great Wadsworth Toilet Toss.
As you can see, it is sponsored by the Kidney Foundation of Medina County. It's a way to have fun, but to give to a good cause. The finals for the toilet toss
Isn't
are
that
Saturday,
Colin Cranston?
June 25th. There he is.
There he is. He
Colin
already went
Cranston.
by
How did he
us
do
once.
that? You were listening earlier. You could have heard us talk about it.
Oh, okay. And here are there's the Great Plunger Brigade. The lead-off vehicle for this was Kathy Geary Plumbing.
She's a regular member of my household. And it's powered by Sadie Geary. There they are waving. Here we have the plungers. The precision plungers, I may add. This is the marching drill team. The toilet toss is Saturday, June 25th, if I've already said, but I don't believe I mentioned. It's at 1 p.m. at Art Wright Stadium. All you have to do to toss a toilet is go to their booth. We got a glimpse of the toilet toss queen, Jean Holland. There's Homer Baldwin, who is a local producer with WCTV, but here he's representing the Lions Club. They had a campaign for Sight First nationally and raised a lot of money through a telethon that was held at WCTV. There we have family fun spas. Somehow this kind of fits in with that whole toilet toss theme, you know?
We're into the
We're into,
plumbing,
yes, that's right. We're into the plumbing.
part of it, yeah. Here's
And-
the computer hut.
And of course, the ever-present, ever-needed street cleaner.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the official end
I
of
do
the
believe.
Wadsworth Parade, the Blue Tip Parade here.
And a wonderful parade it was. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. We hope you've enjoyed looking at it.
It's been a great parade. We really enjoyed, and we're going to say goodbye. Go down, have fun at Memorial Park.